Hello, gonna do a quick tour of this Freightliner Cascadia. Figured I'd give everyone a good view of the truck since I don't see too many good videos of them out there. Want to start off by pointing out the classic Freightliner crappy dashboard here. Yeah. I mean, it's just a plain old green, but it works. You can see everything just fine. Not too many fancy gauges. I'm used to a Kenworth, which is much nicer fit and finish. This is kind of boring and bland, but it is modular. There's screws that are easily taken off here to get behind things. Got buttons on the steering wheel for your cruise control, your engine brake, your markers when somebody flashes you to let you in. This plus and minus will scroll through. I don't know if you can see it on here, but it'll scroll through here and let you set different trip settings, and if you want to go to temperature gauge or whatnot. You have a pretty decent stereo. The Bluetooth sucks. Trying to use it to talk to people said it sounded like I was underwater. No one could really understand me. The Kenworth is a lot better. Kenworth people hear me just fine. Got to be a little louder, but I will give it this as a quiet truck. There's your buttons. They're big and plastic and easy to push. No real problems here. Just very basic. And there's your four ways and your heated mirror. And to turn the lights up and down on the dashboard there. Utility lamp, and then more blanks for if you were to have more switches. I like the big knobs for the AC. Very easy to use. No real mystery there. And then your switches for your differential lock and your airbags, and to move your fifth wheel. Over there you got your glove box, little cubby hole on the side of the door. There's a passenger seat, fully adjustable. It's very comfortable seats, by the way. Very firm foam, so your butt doesn't get tired after long days. But the fabric picks up every little hair, and I mean, I would have chose leather if I was to buy this truck, because the fabric just picks up everything. You got your cubby hole with a little bit of space here with the nets. I guess these are for sunglasses, but they can be easily taken out. There's screws right here and here, and if I owned the truck, I would take that out. I would put something else in there, or just leave the space open. I don't know, but I mean, nothing really sits in here. Your sunglasses will fall right out of that. You got another little lockable glove box here, and it's not very shallow. It's about as shallow as my hand. You got more netting up here. I don't know if you can see it. That's kind of dim, but very little bit of space there. And you got these two big cubby holes here, and they go real deep. I mean, these things are deep, so you can fit logbooks, clipboard. I mean, you can fit a lot up there. They go really, really deep. And got the owners. There's two of them. There's one on top of the other. Got another little net space there. Does have the wraparound, I guess, privacy, which I do like the wraparound, so you actually can make it like a lot more space rather than just the ones behind the seats, like here. You see. Got a space for a microwave, I'm assuming. Let me back up enough. There's space for a microwave. Got a really big, enough to fit a shirt. But what I don't like about this is, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the AC duct right here. And when it runs cold, this is gonna get wet. So if you're hanging clothes in here and they're running AC, it's gonna get wet. I don't know if I'd put a piece of cardboard or something over it. I mean, if I was gonna live in this truck for a long time, that's what I would do. It's got a little space here in the door for paperwork or something. I mean, stick something in there. And it's got this space down here. Another, I don't know if you put, I don't know what you, maybe you put in microwave in there. I don't know what you'd put in there really. But there's that. There's this fold-out desk. Now, it's about the size of a clipboard, maybe a little wider. I would have liked to have seen it go the whole length, but there's enough space under there to fit a decent amount of paperwork. Pens and pencils right there. Folds away neatly. Got another little cubby. Now these are pretty deep. If I owned the truck, I would buy some plastic bins, something to stick in there. I've got the AC is down here. Personally, I don't like that. Like, that could be used for storage. Anyone that's driven a truck knows there's storage is not really plentiful in a lot of these trucks. And if you're going to be living in the truck, you know, all the storage the better. Got all your controls next to your head. You got your AC for the back. That's my little plug-in USB power there. The AC duct is right there, and that's all the controls for the lights. Got another little magazine holder, book holder, something like that. That's a cup holder, but it's at a height where it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why they'd put that up there. I mean, if you have the top bunk folded down, it's going to be hitting the bottom of the bunk unless you're using like a small can or something. But I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That whole little cup holder there. But you got the top bunk that comes down. That's the locking mechanism in the middle, and there is a ton of space above it. So if I own this truck, I would keep the bunk down and set up some kind of storage bin system on the top. You know, ratchet it down with some ratchet straps so it doesn't go flying when you come to a stop. It's got the two windows up there with the snaps. I mean, personally, I just keep them closed. I don't need any light back here. I'm only coming back here to sleep. Got a nice bright light in here. Could have used another one there. I'm assuming some trucks will have them on both sides. This truck only has them on one side. Little vent for if you want to smoke in bed or something, or let some fresh air in. Maybe you're farting. So this bed comes up on the bottom here. So this bed comes up, and as you can see, ton of storage under here. One thing I don't like, and I'm not going to do an exterior video of this because it's raining out and it's dark, but that little door is the only door to get in. There's not a door on the other side over there. It's just completely closed off. But that's the only door to get in, and it's kind of shallow. You know, I use my Kenworth, put my toolbox right at the one door on the one side, and then there's a door on the other where I keep all my fluids. I don't know, that would be kind of annoying to me if I had a toolbox which is standard size, but it couldn't fit through that door. But I mean, you could come in on the inside and drop it down, it would fit, but it wouldn't fit through the door. But tons of space. I mean, you could fit at least 2 bodies under your bed. You know, if you're one of those serial killer truckers. There's this hole up here, which I'm assuming would be the storage for somebody sleeping on the top bunk, and that thing's pretty deep. I don't know why they made it just this weird little cubby hole, because there's a lot of space in there, but it's just a tiny little port. But I don't know, designers make some weird choices sometimes. If I owned it, this truck, I could take off, there's a screw there and a screw there. You can't see it, I know it's dark. I would take that off and have all that space open. But here's another storage. Once again, really deep. Not really tall enough to put shirts or anything in, but you know, toiletry bag or food, or I mean, really it's your choice how you want to set up the truck. There's a space for a TV. There's 2, I know you can't see them again, 2 cigarette outlets there. There's 2 cigarette outlets there. What do they call it? 12-volt outlets. There's a 12-volt outlet there where the refrigerator should go if you were to buy the refrigerator to go with the truck. There's another really deep cubby. I mean, this thing is really deep. Like I said, if I owned this truck, I would set up some kind of storage bins from Walmart, you know, easy to slide in and out, so that you're not trying to, you know, get on your hands and knees and dig out everything. To give you kind of a feel for the space, I mean, it's about 4 feet between you and the dashboard, maybe 5 feet. And when you have the privacy curtains up, I mean, it's, you know, you can have all this light on in here and feel sort of like home, at least home away from home. Once again, there's a cigarette outlet back in there, where the cigarette outlet there, where a microwave would go. I mean, this thing's got cigarette outlets everywhere. It's got 2 up front, 1 more towards the passenger seat, 1 towards the driver's seat, where there's a cigarette lighter in there. And yeah, your standard cup holders. 1 fits a can, 1 fits a little bit wider. If you're one of those truckers that like to use the big giant mugs, I don't know what you'd do really, because it's not going to fit in there. But the dashboard up here, nice and sloping down. Really good view from the seat. You know, the windows are pretty big, so you can see out pretty well. The mirrors are positioned good. The way you sit in relation to the pedals and the steering wheel are very, very adjustable compared to any other truck I've been in. Even better than the Kenworth. And the Kenworth, in my opinion, is one of the best fit and finish trucks. It's very nicely made. Everything is very, you know, beautifully done. Everything is solid. Where this is more plasticky, but this is a really comfortable truck. It rattles a little bit going down the road with those drawers. I would have to figure out what the hell is making the noise if I owned the truck and was staying with it. But being that I was only driving it for 2 weeks, I mean, I could live with it. Stereo system is decent for a truck, you know. Gets pretty loud. Bass actually does hit a little bit. And overall, it's an okay truck. I mean, for the price. One thing I like about this truck a lot is, and I mean, I don't know if you can see it being dark, but everything is modular. In other words, there's screws, and you can take off everything. So if I wanted to mount, like, I don't know, a tablet, I could fashion some kind of system here and unscrew these and you know, attach it to the screws. There's a screw here, screw here, screw here, screw here. So I mean, you know, and every panel is like that. Every panel is modular. So like, you can disassemble this whole truck. I mean, it's easily disassembled. Where most trucks have these snaps in them. Even the doors, I mean, you can see where the screw holes are. I mean, you know, so if you needed to change out a speaker because you blew a speaker or something, I really like that modular. That's, whoever designed that part is really good. I wish more trucks were like that, rather than the old school snap-in doors. The lighting up here, it comes with the push lighting system, you know, easy to use. It has the red light, which I love, because at nighttime you don't want to ruin your night vision, but you need a little bit of light to see what the hell you're grabbing. Perfect, right there. Every truck should come with that. No, only some do. But overall, it's a good truck. Not quite as nice as my Kenworth, but, you know, not bad either. I haven't seen too many people like reviewing a truck. That's why I did this here. Oh, one last thing I didn't point out, and turn on the light, is this is pretty damn deep. I mean, I can't stick my whole hand back there before I hit my wrist, and my wrist is kind of too fat. So if you're putting something like a pen down there, you're gonna have a pain in the ass getting it out. Like, but I mean, you could stick your wallet in there and reach it pretty easy or something like that. But that thing is pretty deep, and it's a good amount of storage. Overall, this truck is a lot better than the older Kenworths, or I mean older Freightliners, excuse me. Definitely better than the older Kenworths, because the older Kenworths were tiny. But the Kenworth is a little bit better fit and finish. Same thing with the Peterbilt, you know. But yeah, this is a nice truck. I just figured I'd give you a review.